What's up, YouTube? Good evening. Welcome back. We're gonna get some late night drafting going. It's 8:57 East Coast time, so officially nighttime. But I want to jump into these $1 Dalmatians while they're still up. Currently 85% full, but let's just get up in here. I want to also use this as a chance to update my rankings for not update my rankings, but do an updated video for the Underdog network rankings by Hayden Winks. But first, let me get them updated. Just need to make the I a lowercase. Save. Bang. Save. Bang. Back to our draft. Let's jump into our little Dalmatian. And we should have our ranks in there. And perfect. So we're drafting in the little Dalmatian $1 draft using the updated 2025 best ball rankings. Well, more like fantasy football rankings in general by Hayden Winks over at Underdog Network. They have a YouTube channel on here as well. I think it's the Josh and Hayden show. But these are half PPR rankings, so for best ball technically. And we are going to draft with them. So luckily they have a nice CSV download. If you want to go ahead and download that CSV, it's free on their website, Underdog Network. Link will be in the description below to check these out as well. Or like I said, download the CSV. But we will be drafting based off these ranks, not based off of ADP. The nice thing is these are $1 drafts too, so we can get a little freaky with it. We don't have to follow the rules. Be a little more. So Amon-Ra was the top dog there in their ranks. We're back on the clock, so A-Chan as well, so easy enough. In terms of ADP, Amon-Ra, we took him one pick ahead of ADP. A-Chan right at ADP. A-Chan has climbed. He was going more so like mid second round, so like 16, 17. He's continued to risen. Continues to rise, I should say, for right now. Bowers has been slipping a little bit. I've seen McConkey make it down to the other side of the board. Like I said, with these $1 drafts, they could get a little bit crazy. But nothing too crazy here. I guess Saquon is slipping to 6. But that's actually been quite a common occurrence. Gibbs does go at 3. CD goes at 2. Jefferson falls to 5. So a little bit of a mix-up early on. But in terms of overall board, nothing too crazy, in my opinion. But as we go down and look at these rankings, I do agree with a lot of the player takes. Definitely high on HN this year. You could argue that he can go in the first round. Amon-Ra should just be able to repeat what he's done the last few years. Maybe with a little bit of regression in that offense, but even so, he's been locked and loaded, top wide receiver, top 6, 7 guy for the most part. Super consistent for you week in and week out as well. But as we're coming up here on the board, I know he is a huge fan of taking elite quarterback here. So we will go ahead and continue to just smash Lamar in these drafts. And again, we're basing this purely off of his rankings, so we'll take Hampton on this side of the draft too. Bye weeks kind of not correlated well, 2 week 12 buys, but no biggie. Pull Hampton up a few picks before ADP. Get Lamar a pick past ADP. Nothing too crazy of a build here. Go an anchor wide receiver on this one. So we take Amon-Ra in the first, Achane in the second, Lamar in the third, and Hampton in the fourth. The only downside is Hampton and Achane have week 12 buys. The only thing I will say while doing this, we'll try to take the top ranked player on the board, but we do have to build for team structure as well. So we don't want to not have a certain amount of running backs or wide receivers through a certain amount of rounds. He's done some research as well, Hayden has, because he has access to all the Underdog best ball stuff, mainly BBM and all that. But the statistics show like you want 5 receivers by round 10, I think it is. 4 or 5. But you definitely need to lock in receivers through the first 7-8 rounds. Again, this is a platform where you're starting 3 receivers, 2 running backs, 1 quarterback, 1 flex, and 1 tight end. But the 3 receivers is the big part. Half PPR. Best ball, so you don't have to set a lineup. If you guys want to draft with us, link in the description, code Temptation down below. You should still be able to get a deposit match. I'm not sure the exact amount anymore with my code, but definitely check that out if you're already on Underdog. Sick. Keep drafting, hammering some of these $1 drafts. Super nice to just jump in these, get a little weird as well. We don't want to take Mixon. We already have 3 running backs, so we will take Jerry Jeudy here. Baker goes off at 61. All right, we'll take Joe Mixon here. The 1-3-2-0 build, we're pretty locked and loaded at running back as we take a running back in the 2nd, the 4th, and the 6th. We have a nice mixture of vet presence with Mixon, rookie presence in Hampton, and then 3rd-year prowess in Devon Achane. So kind of players of all stature. 2 that should be workhorses right away, Achane and Mixon. Hampton gives him some time to break out, having 2 other guys that can score early in the year. But with the elite profile of Marion Hampton, you should expect him to produce right away. Maybe not have the bulk of the workload right away. Maybe a 50-50 split with Najee to start, or a little less than that for him. But as he ramps up, maybe Najee takes a back seat to him. Still expect a split there. Just Hampton again is so elite, and that team more than likely wants to run the ball once again this year. Just a much better backfield this year. So instead of J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards and Kamani Vidal, they now have Najee Harris and Amarian Hampton. Huge upgrade. I'm pretty sure they upgraded the line, or their line was decent last year, but I do think they worked on some pieces there. I do think they want to run the football. Even though they have Justin Herbert, they can air it out when they want to. Just another team that's going to try to play good defense and run some smash mouth football and rely on Herbert when they really need to. Which is perfectly fair, you know. Like, we're going to take Steph Diggs here at 83. 3 picks past ADP. Again, we need to get some receivers in here. Now we have Amon-Ra, Jerry Jeudy, Steph Diggs. Mooney off the board. For ADP right now, be Pollard, Downs. His rankings has Brian Robinson. We'll take Josh Downs. Again, we're taking the highest person on the rankings chart for position 2. So basing that off of our structure and team needs. But we are taking the highest projected player for his rankings. If we needed a running back, it would have been Brian Robinson Jr., but we didn't. We needed a receiver. But so far, a 1-3-4-0 build. We start receiver, running back, quarterback, running back. So we anchor wide receiver, followed up with a receiver, running back, receiver, receiver. So catching up on receivers through rounds 5 through 8. Where I do think where that's, traditionally a dead zone for running back. And I guess dead zone for running back is more like 4, 5, 6, but these later rounds for wide receiver, you can definitely find some good values in players, at least good talents with high upside, i.e. Josh Downs, rookie Jaden Higgins, Ibuka, Jacob Myers goes at 78, falls 7 picks past ADP, I'm pretty sure. Matthew Golden falls past ADP, a high upside first year player. Diggs obviously has had an elite profile on his resume. He's old though, coming off an ACL injury, but he's really the guy there. So we'll see what happens there. Even Jeudy in his own right is really broke out onto the scene. Still, pretty young. I think he's 25 or 26 still. So oh boy, we're on the clock. Okay, we don't want Dak. We're just gonna go Mark Andrews. ADP wise, Keon Coleman, Trey Harris are up here. Kelsey. We have elite quarterback. Don't have any. We could go Jared Goff with Amon-Ra right here. We do have quite the capital tied to Lamar. We could push Herbert to next round, but I think the McConkey team might take him. McConkey team will definitely take Herbert. We could take Drake May here. Oh yeah, let's go Drake May. Go Lamar, Drake May. We could have went Kelsey. We could have went Ingram. I was feeling quarterback. Now, the only reason we didn't take Dak, because he's the highest ranked quarterback, is we don't have anybody for Dallas on our team to stack. We could have backstacked with Jaden Blue, Jalen Tolbert, Jake Ferguson, but I have plenty of Dak in my portfolio. Would like some more Drake May. I think having Drake May with Lamar is pretty sweet. In terms of upside, we could take a late shooter on a guy like Anthony Richardson for our third quarterback in the last round. And then we do get the Mark Andrews Lamar stack. Not super uncommon. Andrews is going to be stacked with Lamar a lot. And then we have Drake May stacked with Stephon Diggs, which we could also get Hunter Henry later for our tight end, which actually interested to see where he has Hunter Henry ranked on here. Hunter Henry is pretty far down behind Zach Ertz. I'm missing Taylor, but you'll see his ADP isn't actually where Hayden has him ranked. He's pretty low on Hunter Henry this year. But like I said, we do want to correlate a little bit with stacking here, and that's why we go with Drake May over Dak Prescott in that for that last pick. So far, 2-3-4-1 build, maybe a little bit behind at receiver. Running backs feel sturdy. Let's see what's on the board. Would like Christian Kirk. That doesn't happen. We get a nice little faller in Tucker Kraft, who I am quite a fan of. Do we want Tucker Kraft? Yeah, we'll keep playing the 80. We'll keep playing the rankings game here. We'll take Tucker Kraft. 2 tight ends that, you know, have a very high upside, potential to have a big target share on their team. Still behind a running back. We could go Tillman at 134 with Judy. Taking a lot of guys from this Cleveland offense. We need receiver, so we're going to go ahead and take Cedric Tillman. That way we'll have Jerry Judy and Cedric Tillman. It would be nice to know who the quarterback is. 2-3-5-2 build so far. Like I said, we need a receiver. We didn't take a receiver since round 8. That was round 12. And a little weak there in that area. One second, chat. All right, we're about to be on the clock again. Coming up at pick 155, 2-3-5-2 build. Algier off the board. Do we go Eckler? Sure. We'll draft another running back. Another week 12 running back, by the way. Not ideal for us. And then we're also going to go... We'll go Will Shipley as well. So we'll grab 2 running backs there. Week 12 could hurt us. Didn't really pay too much attention to that. Also not too worried, because if we do decide to rip a 2 quarterback build or a 2 tight end build, we will be able to take 1 more running back. If we're looking at ADP, Palmer, Bryant, Thielen, bunch of guys down here that are available. Feel really comfortable with my quarterbacks. I have ripped a lot of 2 quarterback builds. Let's see if anything crazy's happened. I haven't really looked at the board to see what's been going on. I mean, let's see. Just off the top of the dome, Bigsby 8 picks early. So one thing with these dollar drafts, they get a little crazy. Like Palmer falls. People get slap happy. You can just take whatever you want. Really, it's only $1. It's gonna really adjust ADPs for the bigger tournaments because they're all tied together. So could shake some things up a little bit. That's for sure. Oh, here's a big one. Charbonnet at 85, Garendo at 108, likely at 109, Penix at 132. This guy was reaching on every single person that he's drafted so far, which again, at the turn, you kind of have to do sometimes, but like, he's way ahead of ADP for everybody. Okay, we need receivers. We'll just rip the top receiver and we'll just rip the top 2 receivers, huh? Kate Otten goes. We mix it like a Keenan Allen. Now we'll go Darius Slayton. $2,572 build. We have 2 more picks on the way back around. Could choose to go running back. Could also just bite the bullet for week 12. Could go 8 receivers. Could go 3 tight ends. Could go 3 quarterbacks. Could go 3 quarterbacks, 3 tight ends. We could mix and match whatever we want. Be interesting to see. We are going to jump into as many more of these as possible after this. I mean, this draft went pretty fast. We're only 22 minutes in, and we're about to be done. Nobody overthinking their picks. For us, obviously, really easy with our picks. We're just taking whatever is at the top of the board for this specific video. Little recap: Amon-Ra, Achane, Lamar, Hampton, Judy, Mixon, Diggs, Downs, Andrews, May, Kraft, Tillman, Eckler, Shipley, Diami Brown, Darius Slayton. For a 2,572 build, we'll anchor our anchor wide receiver build as well. Definitely weak at receiver. Contingent on Cleveland offense being good. Pretty wild to me, but Keenan Allen, I mean, I do like the thought of Keenan Allen there. Anthony Richardson off the board, huh? He was a 175. We don't have a, oh, we do have Darius Slayton. We could go Russ. We could do a little dart. Let's mix in Theo Johnson for one more tight end. And then let's mix in some Jackson Dart. Just to get a little weird. I would have taken Russ, but if we're thinking playoffs, and we think that Russ might get benched, and Dart's the quarterback in week 17. Because Dart is the QB2, Jameis is working as a QB3. And we have Slayton and Theo Johnson. We don't need early season production from Russ, because we have May and Jackson, 2 locked and loaded starters. I think it's a pretty good setup. 3-5-7-3, kind of bite the bullet at week 12, but not the end of the world. if Mixon's still healthy and alive, and by that point Shipley could be the back there. So again, not the end of the world there. End up with a 3-5-7-3 build, pretty balanced. Lamar, Drake May, Jackson Dart, Devon Achane, Amari Hampton, Joe Mixon, Austin Eckler, Will Shipley, Amon-Ra, Jerry Jeudy, Stephon Diggs, Josh Downs, Cedric Tillman, Dahami Brown, Darius Slayton, Mark Andrews, Tucker Kraft, and Theo Johnson. We get the double stack for the Giants with Slayton, Johnson, and with Dart. We get Drake May stacked up with Stephon Diggs, and then Lamar, Mark Andrews build. Obviously didn't really correlate for week 17 much in this. We may have a little bit of correlation there. I'm not going to look at all that, but that is the team using the updated 2025 half PPR rankings from Hayden Winks over at Underdog Network. Again, link in the description for that. And that'll be all for this video. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Hit that bell for notification. And we will catch you guys next time. Peace. Okay, chat. That was for the video. Now we're going to jump into another $1. $1 holla. These things are fast. This should be filled up tonight. If you guys aren't drafting this right now, get in here, get active. It's 87.6% full. Almost 99,000 entrants out of 112.8. Getting live out here. I didn't even tell the payout structure. 20K to first, 10 to second, 5 to third. Round advancements, 3 of 12 in that first pod. 1 of 10, 1 of 6, 470C final. Huge final. But 3 of 12 advance. So pretty sick. I mean, it should be a high advancement rate. Well, it will be a high advancement rate, but... Then what? Everyone advanced there is guaranteed $1 back. That's pretty cool. If you make the final, you're guaranteed 20. If you make week 16, you're guaranteed 5. So guaranteed money all around. Pretty fun stuff. Oh, we're up. We're in a draft. Not even paying attention. We're at pick 9, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head to ADP. We won't be using the rankings anymore. Pick 9. Pick 9. What do we want? Do we take the fall and Puka? Go Brian Thomas. Nico goes at 7. Should we go Brian Thomas, Tyreek? Yeah, why not? Brian Thomas, Tyreek Hill. Miami plays Tampa week 17. Jacksonville plays Indy. Let's freak it up a little bit. We're playing in dollar drafts. You got people playing straight through ADP like this is something. Like, I'm normally down to roll that way, but like, get a little crazy. The one thing too is like, A, you can get crazy because it's only $1 per draft, and B, Okay, when I say crazy, I mean like you're looking for guys that are still like high upside, similar tier, but like also at the same time, this draft was only open for 2 days. Like it's gonna close tonight. It started yesterday, I think, maybe Thursday night. So like ADP is gonna stay the same. ADP is pretty entrenched with this, the length of this. So get your guys, mix it up a little bit. Bowers falls to 23 to the Jefferson team. That's interesting. The Allen, Jamar, Jacobs start. Pretty neat. Shout out to him. Lamar at 28. Okay, so the elite quarterbacks go early third this round. Means we should get some value here. T. Higgins is fault. Dude, if I would have got T. Higgins, I swear. Get me off of that. Go Kyron at 33. Don't have a ton of Kyron. Can't believe T. Higgins almost made it back to us. That would have been so sick. Kittle off at 39. Let's push Hurts up the board. Take an unstacked Hurts. Shoot for like Dallas Goedert later. So we start BTJ, Tyreek Hill, Kyron Williams, Jalen Hurts. I like the start. 1120 build. Again, we can build around Goddard. I doubt Devonta makes it back. You don't really have to have a stack Jalen Hurts. Cook makes it to 47. Jefferson, Bowers, Chase Brown, James Cook is quite a cook, in my opinion. Crazy build. And Jameson. Yeah, that's crazy. That's a good team. He sets up Jameson with Jefferson week 17. Absolutely running it. Definitely my favorite team in this would be theirs. Walker off of 54. All right, let's see what we can get here. Damn, we almost had the Waddle build too. Would have been nice. All right, we'll go Kamara. Kamara kind of right at ADP. Burrow off? Who's Burrow off to? Okay. Burrow's is off to somebody. Um, we'll go Godwin here. 1, 2, 3 start. Hurts, Kyron, Kamara, BTJ, Tyreek, Godwin. Definitely a nice place to take Harvey or Henderson, a rookie RB with Kyron and Kamara, but at the same time, we'll set up the Miami Week 17. Chris Godwin, Tyreek Hill. We can get a Buka later. I would like the double there as well. Where's Goddard go? Goddard gets like super late, like 140. So I'm super cool with that. Hayden not a fan of Ibuka, huh? This team could be like a Mike Evans fade for us. We have so much Mike Evans that if we just take Ibuka and Godwin, just like fade Evans. Maybe. Maybe that's what we do. All it off at 73. Pretty early. Let's see what that team at 2's doing now. Jameson, Jacoby, Quinshawn. They tempered down their cooking. I'm not the biggest fan of Quinshawn. At cost. Jacoby's just like a fine pick. He does have Bowers, so could take Gino, get the double. We're about to be up on the board. We're kind of free to do whatever. This dude has been getting value literally non-stop. It's insane to see what that man has been getting. Let's just take a Buka to be safe. Make sure we get a Buka and then just get whoever else on the way back. Ayuk goes, you don't mind Aaron Jones here. Who does Philly play week 17? Buffalo. Okay, I mean, we can set up Kincaid with like, well, Keon probably is going to go. Maybe not. Keon, Josh Palmer. We could have went Shakir, I guess. Goes at 84. But we wanted a Buka. Hopefully we get Baker back to us. Where did Mike Evans go? Evans went at the turn, so we should get Baker back to us at a more reasonable cost. Because right now he goes at ADP's 93.7. Don't like that cost for him. Pretty early. QB7. I don't agree with that necessarily. But if I can get him as QB like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. anywhere from QB 8 to 10 feels a little nicer. You definitely want him if he falls. Like the big thing. Damn, they have the same buy though. Maybe we don't want him if he falls. Maybe we wait on like, I think we wait on 2 actually. Is what we need to do. Baker goes anyway, so not the end of the world. Who the hell even took Baker? Just cause? Higgins, Joke, the team at 2 is just not cooking anymore. The Higgins pick's not bad, but you take unstacked Baker Mayfield, pretty gross. You've kind of collapsed your team in my opinion there. Even if you go Kate Otten. Pretty disgusting build. You ask me. I don't want to take Keon over Cooper Cup. See if we can get Keon back around. Let's take Cooper Cup at the value. Yeah, try to push Keon. We can always get Josh Palmer later. Maybe a better bet. We need a tight end. We'll go Warren. One 3-5-1 build. Hurts, Kyron, Kamara, Jones, BTJ, Tyreek, Godwin, Abuka, Cup, Warren. Cup 10 picks past ADP. I think this is quite the team. I like the build so far. We do want Goddard later and or Kincaid on the way back. Where's the Waddle team? Dak. Shit, we might be forced to take Tua. Unless we set up a Darnold build. Just like looking at it, he would end up taking Tua. We're only gonna get one of Goddard, Kincaid. Drake May falling down boards, Burden falling down boards. Lawrence does set up the Indy bring back. Herbert goes. Let's try to push Lawrence. Kirk off at 130. Team at 2, Charbonnet, Stevenson. Still no idea what they're doing. Lawrence ends up going unstacked. Dude, these people are out of control, dude. They need wrangled. Okay, we kind of need Tua. We're just gonna take Tua. Would love to take like Ray Davis, someone else, but we need to because we didn't get Lawrence back. We have no other. I mean, we have Darnold, but even then, like I'm not interested in reaching on Darnold or hoping he comes back. I've seen crazier things happen. I guess we did have like a bring back with Bryce Young, but I just like that we have Tyreek. So if we have Tua, and they can repeat what they did 2 years ago, plus we have the Tampa build for Week 17. I think like that's better in my opinion. And now we still have a chance at Josh Palmer. For the Buffalo bring back against Philly. We'll see what happens. Dang, Pat Bryant off super early. The hell? That team at 2 has just like taken a nosedive. The team at 1 nosedive. You still have an unstacked Baker. You go unstacked Michael Penix. I don't think they know what they're doing. Team in front of us has been blessed with great values at Jalen Waddle, T. Higgins, Achane to 17 with Mac. Dude, team's blessed. It's insane. What do we do here? Do we just take the value in QJ? Sure. Whatever. We do need running back pretty badly. Should have taken Palmer, but whatever. Miles Sanders goes. All right, we'll go. Do we just go Jalen Wright here? Sure. What other Buffalo options do we have? We could sneak in a sneaky Elijah Moore at the very end, or Ty Johnson. I like sneaky Elijah Moore. Receivers right now, Shakir, Coleman, Palmer. I think. Sneaky Curtis Samuel, sneaky Elijah Moore could be who you need. Week 17 against Philadelphia. Maybe. Maybe. I feel stronger receiver. BTJ, Tyreek, Godwin, Abuka, Cup, QJ. I guess I don't feel strong about QJ, but maybe. Decent year last year. Any more Jacksonville stuff? I guess you could go Dammy Brown. I don't want to mix Dammy Brown. Nobody really falling here. Doesn't get, I mean, obviously not getting too crazy at this time of the draft. Uncertainty across the board in the last like 4 rounds here. Nobody's going to be taking Elijah Moore or Curtis Samuel, so I'm unfazed by that. Where'd JSN go? I mean, he went there. That guy has 4 quarterbacks, so I'm actually not too worried about that. Mix in Shipley with this stack. Nice thing about this one now is all the running backs have different bye weeks. Question is, do we go Goddard? Do we go Darnold? With Cup? No, let's stick to my guns and let's go. Go my favorite upside tight end. Could have went Alec Pierce there as well. Could have went Waller, double stacked with Tyreek and Jalen Wright, I guess, as our third tight end. I don't want to be taking a lot of Waller. Take 2 rookie tight ends. Because why not? We're banging these out. We're about to have 2 done in an hour. Quinshon Judkins arrested? All right, let's see what Quinshon Judkins got arrested for here. Quinshon Judkins, domestic violence. Honestly, he'll be fine. NFL loves domestic violence, so. Sneaky Elijah Moore. Sneaky Elijah Moore. Now, what else do we run this with? We don't want to run Curtis Samuel with that. Let's run Jarquez Hunter with Kyron there. 2673 build. All right, let's rip another one. Right back to it, an hour in. Let's keep drafting these bad boys. I don't even know how full this is. Little Dalmatian, 90.6%. All right, let's see. Arrested in Florida, battery and domestic violence. Potential 6-game suspension. Why the hell would they suspend him for that? Shit, where are we at? We're on the board. Give me CD or give me death. I love taking CD Lamb. I can't imagine he gets suspended. Quite the news. They have it on the news feed. Yeah, Quinshon Judkins arrested. Here you go. Still wasn't signed, by the way. 36 overall pick. He hasn't signed yet. A lot of second-round rookies haven't signed because of guarantee money. I saw Trey Harris, right here, unsigned. His training camp kicks off. Haven't really expectations rise. Wants more downfield for Wandale. Let's give my man some downfield. What I want to read what that actually says. I agree. Not gonna happen really, but they can wish. This is our slow draft we're doing. I forget. Was this the? I don't even know what dog this one is. 0221 Barkley, Cook, Harrison. Not my favorite draft, but you know, the favorite ones never are like the best ones, in my opinion. Chase, Jefferson, Lamb, Barkley, Gibbs, Bijan, top 6 off the board. Bowers goes at 21. Do I need one? Let's go T. Don't care about the dual week 10 buys. Come on, fellas. What are we doing? Garrett Wilson. We'll go Devontae. So we got Lamb, Higgins, Devontae. T did just make it what to 30 last draft or something like that. That was some crazy stuff. Jacobs makes it to 29 to the Gibbs Taylor team. This guy goes bully tight end, Bowers, McBride. Bully tight end is a poo-poo strategy, especially if you're going Barkley to start. Your receivers are going to be Butt, Saraceno, 22. Puka, Tyreek, Marv. He's kind of doing what I was doing. I went BTJ. Was I at 9 last time? I think I was at 9. Yeah, T fell to 32 last draft, actually. Not 30, 32. T fell to here. Allen, Lamar, Jaden all off the board. All right. About to be on the board. Hurts does go off to the AJ Brown team. Nothing to see there. Tet makes it to 45. Tit. Do we go Worthy? Go Worthy. Okay, we do need a running back though. We do need to catch up at running back. Holy week 10 buys. Will we survive? We'll go Kenneth Walker there. Didn't even pay attention to the week 10 buys. Week 10 production is gonna be tough. Yeah, I don't know. That's gonna be tough. Right now we have one running back. It's probably gonna be. Where'd Rice go? Rashi went here. Now the question is, does he reach for Mahomes, or do we get Mahomes back at 94? Is the real question. Mahomes at 94 would feel real nice. Burrow goes off on stack. Surprise. Man felt left out of quarterback. So why not take a quarterback, eh? Dude, this dude gets sniped on Zay. Eat it. (0140) build. Kenneth Walker, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Xavier Worthy. I'm confused. What happened? Huh. Who do we want? We need running backs. We need a running back. We need running back badly. So we'll go Pacheco. Okay, we're not going to take the arrested boy. That doesn't sound so sweet. To get the guy that was just arrested, you know? Brian Robinson off. Seems like a real sweet team to go like golden. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go Matthew Golden. Probably make this a 6 receiver team. See if we can push Mahomes. Who else do we have as options? Dacky Boy. Stafford. Burrow's already gone. And Jordan Love. And technically Sam Darnold. Now, the only problem with trying to push Mahomes back to us, a lot of these players in here are not very good. They don't know what they're doing. They don't know about stacking. Again, being a $1 draft, you can't expect a lot of integrity in this contest. But I guess the integral thing would be to not let Mahomes fall back to 94. Judkins falls to 84 this draft with that breaking news, by the way. Drops 10 picks past ADP in the first draft that we get that news. Talk about holy reaction there. Mahomes does go unstacked to, who do you know, the unstacked Burrow team. The person that has no idea what he's doing, probably has no idea that Quinshon Judkins just got arrested. This guy's picking at the top of ADP. Can almost guarantee it, the way it looks. Seems just about right. Okay, we cannot take a receiver. I don't actually know what we can do here. Dude, I really don't want to take Jalen Warren, but we'll take ETN. Sets up Trevor Lawrence a little bit. Tracy off the board. Take Jalen Warren. Kenneth Walker, Isaiah Pacheco, Travis Etienne, Jalen Warren, CeeDee Lamb, T. Higgins, Devontae Adams, Xavier Worthy, Matthew Golden. That does set up Aaron Rodgers later as well. Other person we could have went there. Thought about a little bit of Ramondre. What's Ramondre ADP though? It's like 120. Ramondre might come back to us. I doubt we get Dak. Green Bay plays Baltimore, Jacksonville plays Indy, Denver, Seattle plays Carolina, Pittsburgh plays Cleveland, Dallas plays Washington, Cincy plays Arizona. Who the Rams play? I keep forgetting. Atlanta. It definitely backstack Atlanta with Kyle Pitts. With the Devontae Adams Rams build. These drafts are getting to me. So far, what's our build? 0450 build. Literally just go 0 RB. Stevenson does go ahead of ADP. Like 8 pick. What is it? 120? Yeah, it's like 8 picks ahead of ADP. Almost 9 picks. Joku off a little early. Caleb off? Are we gonna get Dak? Dude, we get sniped, dude, to the Pickens team. Is incredible. Incredible stuff, honestly. We'll take the Faller and Kelsey. He's 19 picks past ADP. Sign me up. Even though we don't have Mahomes, we do have Pacheco, Worthy. We did make the bet on this team, so completely fine doing that. Who the Chargers play? Houston, whatever. We'll take Jordan Love. over Justin Herbert. I do like Herbert more in a vacuum, but when we already have Golden versus trying to backstack something with Herbert in a room that's very spotty, where this guy just takes 3 quarterbacks in a row, Kyler, Dak, Herbert, gonna backstack Herbert. It looks like he's Kyler with McBride, and then he takes Pickens with Dak. His receivers are extremely weak to be taking 3 quarterbacks back to back to back, but to each their own. We would have Patrick Mahomes if Dingus here at the end of the draft didn't take 3 quarterbacks in 4 rounds. He does stack Evan Ingram with Bo Nix, so I congratulate you, buddy, over there. Consolation prize to you. Then he goes Jonnu at 133. Do you think he knows Jonnu got traded to Pittsburgh? All right. Let's focus up. Damn, Christian Kirk felt nice. That Christian Kirk falls pretty decent. Damn, he built like the same team I had last time. Lamar, Drake, May, Andrews, Ibuka. I don't like that. I don't like that his team's so similar to what I built. Two off of 137. Good lord. It's stacked? Can't even tell. All right, if we have Mahomes, we could go Hollywood. We don't have Mahomes. We need tight end. Oh, well, we'll take Stafford. We were going to take him next pick, but I guess we'll take Stafford there. I like Garendo. So the running back room is Walker, Pacheco, Etienne, Warren, Garendo. Not completely horrendous. Well, there's no more quarterbacks left besides Darnold and Rodgers. Do we think they get sniped and they go? Probably. He takes Bryce Young, probably to backstack. Cam Ward goes. Not feeling good about getting Sam Darnold. I'll tell you that much. I was gonna do a 6 wide receiver build. I still could. It's a pretty strong receiving core. Only problem is 3 week 10 buys, plus a week 10 tight end buy. And we need tight end. I'm trying to think of who I could go receiver wise. Like Leggett would be sick if he kept pushing. I think I could feel good enough about Leggett on a 16 build. Okay, never mind. All right, well, we need tight ends. Go Brenton Strange. Have a ton of Brenton Strange, but you know, why not get more? Already have ETN. Make the bet. Gino goes. Roshan goes. Gino goes unstacked, by the way. All right, so we'll get Sam Darnold. 2-week A-buys at quarterback. Just need Jordan Love to stay healthy this year. Last year, just a train wreck of injuries for Jordan Love. We do have Sam Darnold stacked up with Kenneth Walker, but ideally we can get Elijah Arroyo later. We can also get Torrey Horton if we really want to stack a receiver with him. Noah Fant even like a thing? Don't need Rodgers on the board anymore. Although the winner of the Fast Puppy did have 4 quarterbacks last year. And only 5 receivers, so we could technically stop a receiver if we base it off of his logic. I mean, we did put in so much capital into receiver. Like our top 5 receivers in 7 rounds is quite the payment there. Who can round out this receiving core like comfortably? Like, do we just do Torrey Horton? We still need a tight end. Go Jarquez. So we'll get that 6th running back. Calvin Austin goes, dude. We'll take Torrey Horton. The 3662 build, probably do a 3663 build. Get Elijah Arroyo or. So far, we have stacked up that we have Jordan Love with Matthew Golden. We could have had a Marshawn Lloyd, but we opt to go Jarquez Hunter with Matt Stafford and Devontae Adams. And Sam Darnold with Kenneth Walker, Torrey Horton. 2 Kansas City folk. Who did I say? The Rams play Atlanta. We could do Jatavion as well. There's nice correlation there with the Seattle build. I do like Jatavion. See if he actually makes it back to us. Bryce Young team might take him. So Bryce Young team's here. They took Leggett, Dowdle. They have Njoku and Warren. And imagine they may take Jatavion here. Yeah, I can almost guarantee they take Jatavion there. Then it puts me in a situation like, okay, do I really want Arroyo? Do I go Tyler Higbee? We have some Terrence Ferguson. Do I mess around with Higbee or not? This would be the guy that would take Jatavion right here. Justice Hill. Guess he opted, he needed a running back. We'll take a Jatavion standard. We'll do a 3-6-6-3 build. Jatavion's the bring back for Seattle game. Not that that means much, but Jordan Love, Matt Stafford, Sam Darnold, Kenneth Walker, Pacheco, Etienne, Warren, Garendo, Hunter, Lamb, Higgins, Adams, Worthy, Golden, Horton, Kelsey, Strange, Sanders. 3-6-6-3. Not a build that I do often, but all right, that's 3 $1 drafts down. Do we rip one more before this bad boy closes? Okay, we'll do one more. I can't help myself. Ooh, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. Definitely like the video if you haven't already. Please drop a comment if you want. Answering anything fantasy football related, anything related, honestly. Quinshaw Junkins got arrested. This thing should fill tonight. The Puppy 2 is 30.8% full. We need to... I don't actually know. The Puppy 2... How many do we have in that? 4? 5. We have 5 Puppy 2 drafts. See if our exposure is updated here. They did, but I think we might be in a draft. Yeah. We are. Pick 8. Yeah, so we've had what? Pick 3. We've had pick 8 this time. We had pick 9. What do we have in the other one? Pick 6 maybe? Can't actually remember. CD off at 6. Give me CMC, please. CMC, please. Nice. Genty at 7. What a dog. CMC me right now. Neighbors makes it to 11. Nothing crazy. Obviously, we get CMC at ADP, but see if we could separate ourselves here. Give me H-Chan? Nope. Close. Who do the Niners play? I'll go. CMC JT? It was between JT or London. I think it's crazy Bowers has fallen so far when he was going like at the turn, early second. Now he's making it to like late second usually. Damn, Garrett Wilson off at 24. See if we can get some good value back to us. It's kind of what we're hoping for. Ooh. Need a nap. Need a nap. This is the spot of the draft where I just think it's kind of gross. Do we do it? All right, let's do it. McCaffrey, JT, Brees Hall, Giga Chad, triple RB build to start the draft. Let's take DK as our wide receiver 1. I think he should theoretically have the most projectable volume. Like, let's take a look at the Jets stats. Rodgers had 3,900 yards, we'll say. But Garrett Wilson gets 154 targets in 17 games, so that's 9 targets a game. Devontae gets 10 targets a game. And if we did targets for Garrett Wilson in the first 6 games without Devontae Adams, what does that look like? for him. We're 8 picks away. So in the first couple games, he goes 11, 6, 9, 8, 23, and 10. 23 definitely skews that, but it's like, all right. First 6 games, he's averaging 11 targets. What's been on the board? Let's see how many targets DK averages. He only averages 7.5 targets a game. So if we can bump those numbers up to 9, 10, 11, let's say 10 to 12 with Aaron Rodgers, he hones in on DK. Pretty nice upside there, if you ask me. Hunter goes, we'll take, I have so much Juwan Jennings. We'll continue to hammer it home though. We already have the McCaffrey bet. We're set up for Purdy, Rodgers. Purdy might be a little early for us, but could do the Fields thing. We're back on the board. Need a receiver. I also like Judy again. I just think the projectable volume's there, even if quarterback play is kind of mid. All right, so nice start to the team here. 0-3-3-0, we go 3 running backs, 3 receivers. CMC, Taylor, Hall, Metcalf, Jennings, Judy. Could have went Debo, could have went Jacoby. Jacoby would have been my other pick outside of Jennings. But again, yeah, if you're taking all of his career targets divided by games played, obviously not factoring in games that like he played but missed part of due to injury or whatever. But regardless, like if he's averaging 7.5, you get this man 10 to 12 targets a game. Man, would love to see that. I mean, the big thing too would be touchdowns, so which I think he could be a big benefactor with. Still only 27. We're about to be on the board, okay. Judkins falling, good, good, good. Slick Rick falling. Do we double dabble into the Ricky? Never mind. Downs goes. We'll go Golden. I draft so much Golden, it's insane. I like where he goes. I like the pick that he goes in. I mean, with who goes around him, I don't really like who goes around him. I think he's a nice bet. Around 7. Going around. Which I guess Jaden Reed is going into his year 3 breakout. Let's go Jaden Higgins. Keep building this wide receiver room. Keep giving us quarterback options. 2 rookie receivers there. Metcalf, Jennings, Judy, Golden, Higgins. After we start with Robust RB. CMC, Taylor, Brees. Probably could have just ended that with a Brian Robinson, to be honest, but not doing a ton of hypo fragile builds. Who does San Fran play? Chicago. Cleveland plays Pittsburgh, so we got that Judy tie into the Steelers. Houston plays Chargers. Ayuk does go at 93. Baker off at 92. Nick's off at 96 to the Sutton team, who got Burrow. My goodness. The Chase team gets Burrow for once. Brock Purdy off, dude. Fuck you. You fucking bum. You're fucking bum, boy. Fuck you, eh? Fields goes here. I don't really know what my play will be. I don't want to go Trey Harris. All right, we're going Justin Fields to lock in with Brees Hall. So 1-3-5-0 build. Fields, McCaffrey, Taylor, Hall, Metcalf, Jennings, Judy, Golden, Higgins. We don't get Purdy. Kind of a bummer. Kind of a bummer. We'll take Dobbins there. Super sick running back room for us. Let's see. Who has Jaden Reed? Jaden Reed went after us. Who has Josh Jacobs here? I don't. Maybe he stacks Jordan Love there. Definitely possible. Tucker Kraft's gonna go over there. Shit. We'll see what happens. Sharp, Spears, Kraft. Okay, I mean, the guy with Jacobs goes Caleb JJ. Ugh. I'm not sure about that guy going Drake May there. Are we about to build another Jordan Love team? You don't suspect that team takes CJ Stroud, do we? Do we push Stroud and go Rodgers? Take like Goddard here? I think we do. Penix off the board. Michael Penix. Stroud goes unstacked. Knew that was gonna happen. This team's buns, dude. You have like 17 fucking rookies. You have Genty, Hunter. Wait, no, that's the wrong team. All right, you have Loveland, Warren, Caleb Johnson, Amarian Hampton. Like your team looks decent on paper. You might actually be cooked. Not a bad cook getting Harrison all the way at 30 though. I'd probably take someone other than Caleb Johnson there though. Then you go unstack CJ Stroud. You can get Noel, but even then it's like me. Dude, talk about running back runs, dude. This side of the board loves it. Ooh, hour 50 into this stream. Uh um all right, we're done at running back. We'll get the upside in Jaden Blue. I could have went Romeo. Still a chance to go Dobbs. Actually, maybe not now. Could go Dontavian later. Dobbs goes. Palmer goes. Jesus Christ. People are fiends. Let's go Thielen, get early season production. I think is what we want to do there. Jonu off the board. Who the hell took Jonu already? 156. Alright, I guess you don't want to let Jonu fall, huh? Team's running backs are butt, dude. 2561 build, Field, Love, McCaffrey, Taylor, Hall, Dobbins, Blue, Dunn at running back, Metcalf, Jennings, Judy, Golden, Higgins, Thielen, Goddard. Gonna be a 3-5-7-3 build. Gonna get Rodgers. Hopefully, I mean, goddamn, you never fucking know. Let me change my tune on that. Should get Rodgers. If we don't, we're screwed. Not actually screwed, but don't like any of the other quarterbacks. You're just, just betting on nothing, in my opinion. Playing with fire. Wandale goes. Ertz goes. Darnold goes. And we're going to take Rodgers with our Fields Love build. Need 2 tight ends and need a receiver. Is Hunter Henry off the board? He is off the board. Tight end receivers where we're going to live. Maybe instead of Jaden Blue, I should have taken someone else, but meh. Let's go Chig. We can always double up on Calvin Austin. Or Roman Wilson. You got Wicks. What the hell's Roman Wilson at? Does this dude even exist? Jeez Louise. Could get Juwan with Chig. Set up the old week 17 tight end correlation. Jatavion off. A-Rich off. Do we go Calvin Austin here? Yeah, I guess we do. I mean, there's nobody down here that's giving you guaranteed upside, like, or guaranteed touches. So we'll just double up the pit stack. Metcalf, Calvin Austin. Make the bet that they're a little better than suspected. Still need a tight end though. Could go Schultz. I mean, we're correlated, kind of. Never mind. We'll go Jawan, set up Tennessee, bring back there with Shig. But anyway, 3-5-7-3 build. Fields, Love, Rogers, McCaffrey, Taylor, Hall, Dobbins, Blue, Metcalf, Jennings, Judy, Golden, Higgins, Thielen, Austin, Goddard, Okonkwo, and Jawan Johnson. Started out crazy, 3 running backs there. And then just started hammering receivers. So overall, I like the team there. Good little upside touch points, touch pieces. I think the one spot I messed up is instead of taking, well, that's not true. I mean, I guess instead of taking Jaden Blue, we could have went Romeo Dobbs. But at what point do we think that then Thielen goes? So it's kind of like apples and oranges. I mean, apples to apples there. Where I think Thielen could have a little more. We don't miss out on a ton, in my opinion. I like the upside in Blue well, but 3-5-7-3 build. That's gonna be our last draft here. It's getting late. Can't do one more. Tired. But appreciate everyone coming out. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, drop a comment, hit the bell for notifications. We'll catch you guys next time. Again, if you want to draft on here with us, code in the description below, along with the link. Code Temptation. Yeah, jump on Underdog, play if it's legal in your state. Go for it, get some practice in. Hopefully they come out with some more $1 drafts. This one's actually about to be full. Yeah, pretty much full. So appreciate you guys for coming out. Enjoy the rest of your night if you're listening at night. Enjoy the rest of your day if you're listening.